Alright, how's it going, everyone? Black Mom 44 coming back at you with some more Tyranny. So, right now, we are still trying to kill Bleden Mark. So, I'm not gonna lie. This might take a while. There might be some cutting. I might just fast forward through, like, the fight until I get to the actual, like, combat. I downloaded some, what's it called? Some video editing software. Mostly specifically for this. So, we're gonna see if I can actually take Bleden Mark out. So, let's... Alright, I don't know how much longer I can keep this commentary going, guys. Bleden Mark is just fucking me up. This whole fight. It's getting aggravating, not gonna lie. I would like to just get away. If my main character could go, that'd be swell. Have Barrack fight him. Obviously. Right. I guess, yeah, we'll keep Verse. Keep Verse doing her fucking thing. So, I'm not gonna focus on healing Barrack. He's gonna heal soon anyways. Move back.
On it.
Alright, move away. Guys.
Will do.
Yes, I wouldn't.
My armor is dented. Let me repair it.
Come on, Barrack, heal up.
My armor feels
There we go.
lighter.
Shit.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Alright, so somehow Bleden Mark's healing. How is he
Hurry
doing?
out, you little shit.
Alright, so... Jesus Christ, why am I getting hit so much? Lantry. Come on. Do our fucking move.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Thank you.
On the record?
Bleed out.
Thank you. Holy shit.
Damn thing
Alright,
couldn't
so
pierce
we're
cloth.
finally hitting. It's like a just injured still. Badly injured. Alright, might. Nope, he's gonna summon his guys. He's just gonna disappear. Okay. So, Lantry move back. Cast this on Verse. Verse. Go up and skewer him. I need to heal Verse. Nope, there they are. There they are. Okay, Verse, no. Skewer this guy. Okay, me. Freeze this one.
Is to keep twisting.
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
Lantry. And Lantry, you got nothing. I would really prefer for you to like heal people in a timely manner.
Bleed out, you little shit. That's how it's fucking
Alright,
done.
thank God, thank God. Does she still have the thing? Nope. Lantry's shit ran out, I guess. So, heal Verse. Heal Verse. Okay. Shit. Barrack's gonna go down. Do Passage of Hours. Shit. I can't have Barrack go down. For real. Still not.
Admit that from the record?
Damn.
Alright, if she disappears. Okay. Alright, Mark disappeared. Oh, come on.
The trick is to keep twisting till
Did you use Flurry yet? Alright, so I
you
need...
hear the snap.
Got dark all
So
of
they both went down. Lantry, get up. Get up there. Hurry up. Jesus Christ, I can't have you pussyfooting around, dude. Can't have you fucking doing jack shit. Move. My character move back, please. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, Lantry, heal Barrack. Alright, summon this Alright, come on, come on. We almost killed him. We almost killed him.
The trick is to keep
Alright,
twisting
alright, come on.
until you hear
Come
the
on,
snap.
cast your chaos! Almost. He's almost dead.
I'll omit
I
that
don't
from
know
the
why
record.
he's still fucking doing great. Lantry? No! Lantry, get the fuck away from me! Okay? I do not want you being a fucking idiot.
The trick is
Trying to
keep
heal
twisting
me.
till you hear the snap.
There we go. Woo! Okay. Alright, I got a little pissed off. It took so much longer. Alright, so, his golden, glowing eyes are wide with surprise, and he tumbles to the ground, coughing blood as dark as the shadows that billow up around him. He clutches at his shattered ribs and grins.
Look at you. The surprise of a lifetime.
Alright.
Don't die too easily. Won't look good for me. This brightness is blinding.
And there he
Master.
goes.
If you'll join me upstairs, I will pledge fealty to you in the lawful manner.
Alright, so fealty. That is what you want. Okay, so we have defeated Bleden Mark. Oh man, that fight takes so much out of me, dude. Especially when Lantry wants to act a fool up in here. He's about to make me lose my fucking cool. And he fucking did. Oh, Binding of Shadows. It gives us Shade Skin, minus 10% all damage taken. Oh, we can take all of
I'd
that.
have it no other way.
We can also, I believe this is Graven Ashe's, what is it? Peacemaker. It's oppressive and it's devastating. 37 to 46 crush. Also, Ashe's Favor. It's vigilant, so plus 5% health while it has wounds every 6 seconds. That's actually really cool.
Graven Ashe protects.
And we'll definitely have to take a look. So something that they included that wasn't in the base game is New Game Plus. So that's one of those things to really, that I'll probably be doing to continue the campaign, where I'll be signed with like Unbroken and everyone. So
Archon, change has come to the Tears, and in time it will reach the Empire itself. You are the agent of that change, and even I could not have predicted what impossible heights you would reach. The time has come to take up the gavel and usher in a new age of structure and law to the Tears.
that's right. All my people.
You will henceforth define justice for the rest of us. I will follow your lead and endeavor to follow your design.
Your loyalty and confidence are appreciated.
As the ruling Archon of the Tears, I submit to your authority and thank you for bringing order out of chaos.
That's me. And even Tunon bows down.
Go and represent the strength of law. Be the example the Tears require, the force that keeps them together, and the hope for their future under one rule. Let your justice know no mercy but that which you impose. Civilization itself will bend according to your design. Never forget this.
Then he flies again. Alright, so now we have Tunon's fealty. We can't do anything with Tunon. We can just accept his pledge. For Bleden Mark, you probably need like 5 favor with him. If you have enough favor, then I'm pretty sure he will accept your duel outside of the court. So I think the issue was I didn't have like enough favor from the get-go. So let's finish this up. We should just have to go to Cacophony, and that's it. So we've already pretty much subjugated the disfavored into our, into us, because we got rid of Graven Ashe. Obviously, Barrack's not too pleased, but I mean, you know, that's what happens when you choose the wrong side. So, yeah. So it's one of those things where this all depends on your choices. So, for example, you can side with, like, the Scarlet Chorus and basically shit on their ways all the time. At which point they'll be like, no, like, we don't want you as our Archon. You can shit on their ways, which in turn is gonna influence, like, the Voice of Narat and pretty much everyone here, because they'll sort of be like, well, he doesn't really understand us. You know, we're not sure who he's with. Definitely, we'll see more of that when I play next time. But as it is, I'm not too worried. You know. So let's go up to this guy. We'll turn in our quest. Dealt with the captured defectors. So the whispers say. Set them loose, did ya? I suppose you really have a soft spot for us chorus after all. They'll make fine recruits, assuming they survive the pits. On behalf of the chorus, I do thank you for your help, Fatebinder. I've certainly benefited from it. Safe travels and all that. Oh yeah, we just returned to Splinter and that's it. Looks like there's something in here. Some cool loot. Just a campfire, supplies, I guess. That's fine. So let's go up to the Voice of Narat, but very quickly I want to check how much influence I have with him, right? So, Bleden Mark is dead. Voice of Narat, we have 5 favor with him. So much favor. We also have 5 favor with the Scarlet Chorus. Disfavored, we have tons of, like, wrath. But we have so much favor with them, I don't see the Voice of Narat say no to us making him pledge fealty. So that was the censor. That was the chick that we helped. Kill. That's 100 blood. It sucks for her because she's actually a pretty decent character. Alright, so let's go up to voices.
And with the downfall of Graven Ashe, the children of the North threw up their hands and cried of their unending sorrow. Ah, it's you! We were drafting our memoirs of the Civil War's end. We'll be sure to mention your contribution in the footnotes. Not that anyone will read them. But you didn't come to discuss history. Kairos' decree looms over our heads and cannot be ignored. Now that you've whetted your appetite on the Archon of War, we hope you're still hungry for a challenge.
So we can lie. That'd be pretty stupid. We can say I don't want to fight you. I want to pledge my fealty. Why do we do that? Bow to me. You've been a fair ally, and I would prefer not to destroy you.
Oh, your wrath and ambition is just adorable. Really, it is. So too is your stupidity. We have been conquering kingdoms since before your great-grandparents festered in the womb. You will bow to us, child, and you will know your place. The implications of this culling can't have escaped you. Only one Archon may rule the tiers, and you are nothing if not one of us. You understand what must happen next.
Alright, we don't have to do this, unless you always do what Kairos insists.
When the orders involve slaughtering our rivals, then yes. Yes, we do. So young, so naive. The Overlord's demand is a blessing, not a burden. It is an invitation for the strongest to rule the world undivided, undivided, undivided!
You hear the voices in your head. For once, you don't think that the Archon's mental babble is intentional. Seems more unfocused and distracted than usual. So, insufferable upstart, we will see this one flayed and put on displays Before our armies, too dangerous perhaps, but a fate binder no longer, and something must be done. After all, can't allow power to go unchecked in these times, especially under the Overlord's scrutiny. A pity, in fact, a real pity, because potential should be nurtured, not wasted. All the same, we'll see if we can't salvage something from this mess. As some fringe benefit, something to feed us, bind us, make us whole. It goes on and on. You have to fight to suppress it. I would rather supplicate myself before you, which is a lie.
A tricky fate binder appeals to our broad and expansive ego. But we are nothing if not receptive to a kind word given in earnest.
Didn't you?
No gesture of fealty is complete without its offering. No rings or promises will do, no. The offering must be made. Sacrifice before us. A sacrifice, he said. And a sacrifice we meant. Those who travel with you, one of them must be delivered to us as a gesture of good faith. Good faith, we say. What happens to them is none of your concern, save that it is the price of your supplication. If you are indeed an Archon, you should value them as tools alone, made for your use and disposal.
You hear the voices in your head? Now is not the time to let your morals stand in the way of power. You need allies more than you need friends. We can be both to you. Take the moment to think on it.
I've never seen the voices get like this. It's like he's fractured around the edges. I know it sounds crazy, but if you gave him what he wanted, I bet he couldn't take it.
Nod to your companion.
What are you muttering about? If it's anything other than goodbye and thank you for your service, we will be most displeased.
We can say after all I've done to assist the chorus, you would make such a demand.
Did we ever force you to help us? We can make whatever demands we so choose. What's next? An appeal to fairness? We knew your loyalty was a farce. Think of it as a union, a betrothal, a binding of our... Oh, that's too obvious. A way for us to know you better. Much better, much better.
Alright. I agree to these terms. You can have one of my companions.
Joyous news, Archon. Which of your vibrant and delectable friends will be joining us?
So Verse said that it sounds like he wouldn't be able to take it. And we've also mentioned that Verse seems to have powers that match his. Verse, go to him.
Fatebinder, do not feed her to the maw of that ravening beast. If he must dine on one of us, let him take me instead.
Why would you do this?
Because my honor demands that I defend my kin. She is important to me.
You idiot! Your misplaced sentimentality is gonna get both of us killed!
No, it has to be Verse. Alright, so I fought harder than anyone to get here. My sisters died, I burned the farm, and I always survived, committing myself to the Scarlet Chorus. To think that it all brought me to this. Now get ready, Archon. If you knew any better, you wouldn't go near the thing that howls in my mind. Guess you have to learn the hard way.
Don't threaten us, little Fury. We are older than you dare imagine, and we have seen the likes of you before. Your lamp oil existence flaring bright before consuming itself from within.
Alright. I've never seen this. So let's see what happens.
What do we have here? on the speckled ass of Taradas am I? And why does my mouth taste terrible?
So, if you notice, he's not the voice of Narat, he's the voices of Verse. Verse?
Fatebinder, you're still here. A moment ago, I was fighting 100 people all at once. I thought it would be the end of me, but they all backed off when we heard your voice. Looks like we're still keeping each other alive, though in my case, it's arguable.
Are you okay in there? Do you have things under control?
Control enough. The thoughts come in surges and waves, some benign, others seek to take the reins of thought. But nothing I can't handle. It's me, after all.
Well, this is strange, but I'm glad to have you back. You can help me lead the Scarlet Chorus.
I could have done that without getting eaten, digested, and spat out by the voices of Narat, but I see your point. I'll do what I can from inside here. Keeping the other gangs in line will be no small task, especially if they learn of this situation. Suppose it's the job I was meant to do. I don't know how to break this to you, boss, but I know things that the Archon of Secrets was holding back. Spooky things. It sounds like Kairos is marching on the tears. Enough is enough. There's an army out there chanting for your blood.
I will crush them beneath my heel.
You'll hear no complaint from me. The only question is how you'll manage it. My brain is a ball of green fire trapped inside a floating helmet. If you don't mind, I'm still getting used to the sensation, and I don't have what you'd call bright ideas. Taking the initiative comes to mind. Striking first.
Oh no, Verse died! Alright, so we can take all of her stuff. We'll also take this. Scarlet Chorus submitted to me. Return to our spire in Vendrian's Well. From there, you'll be able to issue an edict to repel the armies of the Northern Kingdom. And the voice of Verse.
Just so we're clear, I don't see myself getting used to this anytime soon. I'm a man, but I don't have the parts. I'm also a lot of other people, and none of them can agree on anything. A lot of the voice's eccentricities are starting to make sense.
You seem in every way unchanged to me, Verse.
Shut up, you dumb ironclad. So, what do you need?
Have you put anyone on a spike yet?
Not yet, but I'd be lying if I said the notion hadn't crossed my mind. Being a boss means making the hard decisions, and that usually involves setting an example. Most of these chorus louts don't understand anything until you write it in blood.
Tell me something that the voice of Narat knew. Are you kidding? Where do I even start? Narat has memories of hundreds of different types of games, but years ago the rules all got mixed up. So there's this game being played in his head, and that's a twisted mashup of every game ever invented. Damn it, I lost again. The folks up here are really competitive. Woo! This guy had a lot going on in his head, and not all of it was pretty. So how does it feel to be in charge of the Scar Corps?
Funny thing, I always thought I would end up here. It seemed more likely that I would kill my way to the top, not possess the Archon of Secrets like a parasite. Live and learn. There's a very strong echo that never stops. Everything I hear just keeps traveling through my head without really dissipating. That's gonna be a problem someday. But beyond that, well, I feel good. I miss my body, and let me tell you, I'm far from the first person to think that. But the green flames suit me more than I thought they would. Here's to hoping I can maintain this.
Alright, farewell. Alright, so we subjugated the Scarlet Chorus, which is of course great. Alright, so let's go to the Mountain Spire, Vendrian's Well. It's gonna take a day and 11 hours and 30 minutes. So let's get going. Alright, so let's go. Encountering the Stone Sea, continue. Ever since your issuance of an edict against your foes, the courier tells you, Valley of Apex, ever-increasing number of Bane. The lands you've claimed will not be able to support your spire, regardless of how rapacious your tax collectors become. Ask what orders you wish returned to the spire. Inquire further. Press messenger for more details. Scattered Bane sighted throughout the valley, but their thickest around Vengeance Well Citadel and in the mountains that ring the Old Dominion. They've attacked a handful of travelers, devastating livestock throughout the valley. Okay, the farm's still recovering from the conquest. It's the worst time for the Bane to appear in Apex. Give our orders. We could give them money for mercs. Lure the Bane away. Alright, so focused active magic by a mystic at another spire could draw the Bane away from the mountain spire. It won't be a simple thing, compete with an edict, but it's a plan that could diffuse the issue without significant further bloodshed. The people in the area around the spire will appreciate any Bane. They should be better suited to deal with them than the farmers of Apex. We have the Dawning Spire, but we just got those guys back. Gulf Glow, Old Walls, it's the Aurora Spire, Ocean Spire, and the Blade Grave. So we already have Blade Grave still going, so let's do that one, right? They're mad, Disfavored are mad, Vending Guard are happy. That's cool. So yeah, there we go. With the Unbroken, we got some more Wrath. Disfavored, some more Wrath, who cares? Let's continue. No shit, that could have, you could have chosen a better time for that. Alright. Because, this is literally the end of the game. So, it's sort of like, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, like, I'm a little antsy, because this is the end. So let's issue an edict on the Northern Kingdom. This probably amounts to a declaration of war against the Overlord. Ready? He does not show any signs of waking up from his numb stupor. Following your progress has been, well, one of the great pleasures of my career. You've shown yourself to be something greater than even I expected. I had rather self-indulgent fantasies of being the primary authority on the world's most fascinating figure. I'm eager to see where this takes us, my friend. Okay, if I don't show Kairos my ability to cast the edict as more than a one-time thing, the attacks will never stop. That would be a repost for the ages. If it were up to me, we'd debate the matter until Kairos' forces were upon us. You'd better hurry. Spire awaits our command. Which one's Northern Empire? Let 'em burn. Come on. This lady's still not gonna fucking read? Okay, your Edict of Fire ignites an unstoppable conflagration in the northern capital, reducing buildings to cinders and sending walls of fire through populated streets. Before anyone knew what was happening, the flames had already burned out of control. All who suffer cry out in agony and confusion that Kairos would allow such a fate to befall the city. As chaos ensued in the northern kingdom, the armies marching on the tiers received an unprecedented order. Armies were to fall back to the capital and ensure the safety of its people from the edict. For the first time in Kairos' great conquest, the armies retreated. Soon questions would be asked in a hushed breath across the lands about what new and terrible power had emerged that could force the hand of the Overlord. You fulfilled Kairos' decree, and all the tiers is now ruled by a single Archon. Your former rivals have either submitted to you or perished, bringing the civil war to a close. In their pride, the disfavored never imagined themselves beaten, especially when their opponents appeared so disorganized. The last remnants of their legion disperse, and the great general destroyed, their honor broken beyond mending. The scorn that follows their humbled ranks haunts them even in the depths of obscurity. You earn the loyalty of the Scarlet Chorus by subduing the voices of Nerat. The mob bosses pledge themselves to your cause, presenting limbs and riches as tribute. Unsuited to peacetime, your personal army continues to swell its ranks through bloody conscription, brutalizing the tiers and preparing to stand against Kairos' inevitable retaliation. Allowing the voice of Nerat to consume your companion turned out to be a tactical stroke of genius. A remain of the Archon of Secrets is yours to command. Together you inflict the fury of the Scarlet Chorus upon the last of the opposition. Some whisper of your strange betrayal, shocked that you manipulated your ally to such an end, but you don't heed the misgivings of the weak. Under your guidance, those who resisted the conquest and sowed discontent are vanquished, the rebellion brought to a decisive end. Any lingering questions of who is true ruler, the tiers is answered by your impact on the reconstructed nation. Word of your success spreads beyond the tiers as well. Even the most distant corners of the Empire whisper of the Fatebinder, who rose to become an Archon, and an Archon whose intervention shattered the conquest, making way for a new future in the devastated nation. Uniting the tiers under the banner of the Scarlet Chorus was never your directive, and yet you performed it admirably, consolidating the Overlord's forces under your rule and grooming the tiers for their place in a new order. Same people who once hurled curses across the siege soon learned to think of themselves as part of a greater whole extending beyond their modest borders. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, the earth settles around the Stone Sea, ushering a new age of verdant growth and prosperity. Country may never resemble the glorious realm of Azure, but with new life, many new things become possible. Memory of Cairn, as a great force of destruction, remains as a monument of inert rock. Most agree that the world is better off without the Archon of Stone, as the people of Azure begin to slowly reclaim the land that was once torn asunder by his power. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, you ensure that humans will once again populate the former realm of Azure. Stonestalker tribe is gradually pushed out of their new territory, and those who don't resist are enslaved, put to work rebuilding new human settlements. The death of the Radix is a huge blow to the disfavored. Without the support of the Mage Guild, the Legion finds itself outclassed for the first time and suffers on the battlefield. With the Unbroken all but destroyed, the former citizens of Stalwart threaten to slide into lawlessness. Gyros' forces, stationed at Sentinel Stand, managed to quell the worst of the uprising, but peace under the nation's new leadership is resisted at every turn. Graven Ashe's daughter is never seen again. His granddaughter flourishes under the care of your companion, educated and taught the ways of war and cacophony. Though a possessed Archon is hardly the most nurturing parent, it will have to do for the time being. The Edict of Storms continues to ravage across the war-torn remains of the Blade Grave. Widely treated as an uninhabitable wasteland, the former citizens of Stalwart make for any territory that will have them. They wandered the tiers as refugees, their pride and dignity worn down by the same erosion that claimed their homeland. You played the censor's game and emerged victorious, retrieving the silent archive from the Vellum Citadel. When asked to turn it over, you decided it was better off in your possession. Instead, you sent the censor to Cacophony as a gift for the voices of Nerat. When he handed the Vellum Citadel to the Scarlet Chorus, you consigned centuries of knowledge to the pitiless treatment of marauding gangs. There is no telling how much history and lore their revenant hands ripped from the world. You only know that the Scarlet Chorus took pleasure in their work. Sages are all but wiped from the tiers. What remains of their hoarded knowledge is vulnerable, as likely to be misused as destroyed. Damage done to the intellectual core of the region is likely beyond reversal. Though small groups of would-be scholars gain influence from time to time, setback is ultimately too vast to overcome. Though without your help, the small garrison of Kairos' forces is easily overwhelmed by the Bronze Brotherhood, who are intent on taking the settlement back. It flourishes under the control of the Bronze Brotherhood, and what was once a thriving center of commerce for the tiers quickly devolves into a lawless town prowled by mercenaries and thugs. By enacting an edict on Vendrigan's Well, you announced your power to the world and showed Kairos' forces what you are capable of. When you defeated their leader and scattered the army before you, it sent the message to Kairos. New Archon is born. While the edict dissipated, its effects will always be felt as the first true threat to Kairos' rule. Death of Graven Ashe means the end of the disfavored. Without the comfort and support of the great general, what remains of the Legion sinks into hopelessness. The Archon seat is left vacant, and whether or not it can be occupied again is a heated topic. Far from its place of final rest, the Northern Empire mourns its fallen son. Swaying the voices of Nerat to your side was an outcome that few could have predicted, least of all the Archon himself. With your companion steering the Archon's will, you bring the full power of the Scarlet Chorus to bear against your enemies, learn a few trade secrets from your unexpected ally. Voices of Nerat and his galleries of madness and wisdom are yours to explore. Tunon the Adjudicator continues to dispense justice from his seat in the Bastard City. He follows the laws you craft to the letter, advising on any of the meticulous changes you lack the time or the patience to draft. Without his aid, the task of keeping order in the tiers would be nigh impossible. Death of Bleden Mark deprived the world of a most capable murderer. One less bedtime story to scare children is no significant loss, that you can't help but glance at the dark corners of every room and feels as if something is watching you. Bleden Mark will always cast a long shadow on your life. Death of Graven Ashe left Barrack a shadow of his former self. He follows you for a time as much out of habit as reflex. All agree that there is nothing of him left under that iron shell. He departs your company without a word, assuming a position at a crossroads where he allows himself to rust as solid as any statue. Voices of Verse upends the remaining Scarlet Chorus gang bosses, reconfiguring the leadership into a pattern that suits her philosophy of what the army needs to become. Through her strength and determination, the army grows until its numbers stretch across the horizon. Lantry keeps a close watch over you, scribbling his account of your deeds and accomplishments. In his tireless quest to fill the chronicle with history and knowledge, he follows you even into his twilight years. Together you learn much about the world. You pretend not to notice Lantry's waning strength, though you find yourself pausing mid-sentence to let his writing catch up. He recognizes your generous ruse and appreciates it in silence. No true home left to her, spends the years after your battle in the tiers wandering the world, collecting apprentices and attempting to bring back the Tidecasters from the brink of extinction. Fuck you, Ebb. You fucking suck. You deserve Tidecasters to be extinct. Fucking just kill yourself. I don't know why you didn't. With no desire to remain the company of humans, Kills in Shadow returns to the wilderness and seeks out her own kind. She discovers a haggard community of beastmen who abandon the realms of Haven and Azure, only to be enslaved by Kairos' forces. Out of this rabble of defectors, she forges a tribe, their nomadic ways respecting no established border or law. They raid villages and caravans when possible, glutting on the spoils and boasting of their severed ties with the human world. A large bounty falls in the tribe's wake, no human can survive the hunt for its leader. Siren goes quiet over time, speaking little and forgoing her songs as she distances herself from your military. One day, she simply walks out of camp and makes for the wilderness of the Tiers. Rumors reach your ear that Siren has occupied an abandoned mountainside temple, her vow of silence drawing a small group of respectful followers. You leave her in peace. While you once professed loyalty to Kairos, popular belief holds that the world cannot support two overlords, and you now represent a threat to the established order. This leaves your future in question with but one certainty: when Kairos retaliates, you will be ready. From your perch atop the ancient spire, you can see hints of the Northern Empire just beyond the mountains. At your command, horns shout a triumphant cry across the valley, heralding the end of one long campaign and the beginning of another. Alright, and that's Tyranny. Like I said, I really like that game. I think that's awesome. I really appreciate everything. I can't wait for the... I can't wait for the DLC, right? I can't wait for the DLC to come out because it offers a new settlement and everything. Something that I don't really like is the fact that it also wants it wants you to sort of I don't know how to describe it, right? It really wants you to feel, you know, just encased in the game, and you have to actually talk with your companions. But something that I don't really like is that I always feel like just sticking with Verse, Barrack, and Lantry. So this is the first time, like I said, going with the Scarlet Chorus. So anytime you kill Graven Ashe, Barrack basically just stops doing shit. He can't help himself. He hates doing shit with you. And killing the Voices of Nerat, I mean, Verse doesn't really care. But I think the Voices of Verse makes more sense that, you know, he wouldn't be able to control her mind, since we already sort of said, you know, she sort of resembles the Voices a little bit. So yeah, so far I really appreciate this game. I hope you guys did too. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you dislike it, click the dislike button. Gonna be taking a break from Tyranny for a while, maybe a couple months. Might go back into it to do like siding with the enemies or some shit like that. But until then, this has been Tyranny. Great game. Check it out on Steam so you can play for yourself. And until next time, guys, Black Mountain 44, I'm out.